The sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone.
As media technology, and more that tends to mean social media, becomes increasingly infused into our daily lives, we face a number of excellent benefits. From keeping up with friends and family in faraway places to knowing news and weather instantly, it's hard to imagine life without instant, mobile, social technology in our lives. But is there a real downside? Sure, there are tables of hipsters sitting around in restaurants peering into their phones as they sip coffee brewed by vegan goats on shaded hillsides. But so what? When typewriters came out, many people thought that was the end of writing, and when horseless carriages first appeared, many thought it was an affront to God. So we'll get used to these aspects of media technology. We'll get used to people staring into a screen when we're trying to talk to them. Sure, it's a change, but is it really a problem? Another potential concern is the host of neck and other injuries like carpal tunnel syndrome or burns to the legs that people are suffering from overuse of mobile devices. Maybe we will just need to learn to moderate or change some of our habits with accessing media technology. But is it really a problem? Probably not. So, are there any real, long-lasting, and actually nefarious problems with ubiquitous media technology? I believe so. Media technology is changing rapidly to provide us direct access to the information we want and block the information we don't want. From search pattern recognition to savvy advertising algorithms, few of us see the same ads and even the same search results when we Google things because our access to media is being tailored to suit our desires. From stifling debate to actually warping our view of the world around us, media technology, I believe, rather than democratizing and bringing people together, may in fact be bringing groups of people even further apart. Over the next few minutes, we'll follow two people on a journey of how media technology and the way they access it can seriously warp their view of themselves, the world, and even the universe around them. First, let's meet Frank. Frank Lego. Frank is an ardent conservative. He loves Stephen Harper and his government. He thinks the oil sands are a patriotic exercise in making Canada stronger, and anyone against that is a reckless, anti-Canadian radical. He believes that climate change is a myth cooked up by liberal pro-choicers who hate progress and want to return to the Middle Ages and farm for a living. Frank is willing to do anything to protect his way of life from terrorists and is willing to give up much of his freedom to do so. From the articles he reads on Fox News to the people he interacts with online to just about everything he hears and reads in his media technology rich world, everything confirms and even encourages his beliefs. Now meet Sally Playmobil. Sally is an ardent Green Party member. She loves Elizabeth May and thinks the tar sands are killing Canada. She bikes to work every day and only uses a car sharing program when she has too much organic produce or homebrewed kombucha to carry on her bike. She believes climate change is the biggest and most serious threat to our existence as a species, and any deniers are hired by lobby groups and corporate interests to influence government. Terrorists, to her, are just misunderstood and should be engaged with dialogue rather than weaponry. From articles she reads on the Huffington Post to the Mother Earth News and to the people she interacts with online, everything she hears and reads supports her convictions. Both of these people are successful, educated, young, traveled, and engaged with the world around them. They both try to get to know their neighbors, they pay their taxes on time, they see the dentist regularly, they take out their recycling, and have active social media lives. By many accounts, they're quite normal, typical people. But as we'll see, sometimes the way they access information through media technology has altered the way they think about, view, and interpret the world. Let's watch as Frank checks Facebook. Alright, checking out Facebook here. Let's see some photos. Oh yeah. Good days. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Oh yeah. Of course Pluto is a planet. Who would ever think that Pluto isn't a planet? It's always been a planet. It always will. Oh. What is this? Obama. Can't wait till that guy's out of there. Now Donald Trump, this guy will make a good candidate. Yeah, what else do we have here? Okay, yeah. Oh, Steven, I can't wait to vote for you in October. See you soon, buddy. Oil sands. Okay, emissions being reduced by 30%. Good. That'll keep those liberal wackos at bay. Probably not all that surprising. We've all seen it before. What Frank is doing is entering into debates only when he feels his audience will validate or agree with his remarks. This concept, known as the spiral of silence, was first introduced in 1974 by Noel Newman and has since been used to address this major shortcoming of media technology in the way we interact with it today. Now let's watch Sally check her Facebook.
All right, I'm just gonna check my Facebook here. Oh, let's look at some. Oh, what does that say? Is that Pluto is not a planet? Of course Pluto is not a planet. Who would think Pluto's a planet? All those scientists, they're always coming up with new information to help us be perfectly informed about things. Now, let me just check out some of my photos here. Oh, look at that. Oh, a rainbow. Is that a double rainbow I see? I love that picture. I love Huffington. Oh, Elizabeth May. Oh, what is she doing? Oh, she's always just doing. Of course, she deserves a spot in every debate. You go, Liz. Okay, what? Oh, White House is getting aggressive about climate change. Oh, Obama, you are so dreamy. Of course, those Americans are getting on that. I hope we can follow suit. Oh, okay. What else? More about climate change, of course. Yep. Sit back and do nothing.
Interesting. It seems like the only thing that Frank and Sally have in common is that they tend to have social media profiles that confirm their previous convictions. In fact, a recent article in the New York Times talked about how so much of today's media technology access is stifling rather than improving debate, particularly in public affairs. People are unwilling to share contrarian points of view online. So, what can we do about it? When you couple the unwillingness of people to share and participate in media that conflicts with their opinions, with the fact that most media outlets will do whatever they can to keep you engaged by providing other material you will find interesting and probably agree with, it isn't too hard to imagine that there could be two people out there, maybe even Frank and Sally, that essentially live in a world with two different truths. So again, what can we do? Well, we can attempt to engage each other meaningfully, face to face from time to time. These kinds of meetings are free of marketers and businesses trying to get your attention, and we seem much more likely to engage in debate in person rather than online. Beyond that, we should certainly be aware of our bias, especially when teaching. But now, you never know. Sometimes opposites attract. Let's have one more look at our new friends Sally and Frank. It appears they've run into each other. Thanks for meeting me today, Sally. I'm so glad we met on Tinder.
I know, Frank. I mean, I really did take a chance by right swiping, but I'm so glad too. I mean, you're like no other man I've ever met.
So do you think we'll have a second date?
For sure, Frank. I'd love to try to make this work.
Oh, great. Bye.
Okay, bye. Whew.
I can hear her heartbeat from 1,000 miles. Yeah, the heavens open every time she smiles. And when I come to her, that's where I belong. Yet I run into her like a river song. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling low down. Yeah, when I come to her, when the sun goes down. Take away my trouble, take away my grief, take away my heartache in a night like a thief. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love.